People often misunderstand cats, labeling them as distant or emotionally unavailable. Yet beneath that independent exterior lies a sophisticated communication system most humans never learn to decode. Your cat may be showering you with profound expressions of devotion right now, using signals so refined they slip past unnoticed. What follows are 10 profound ways cats express trust and affection, behaviors reserved exclusively for humans who've achieved an extraordinary level of connection. Some will warm your heart, others will surprise you, and the final one represents an intimacy many lifelong cat lovers never witness. If your cat displays even a single one of these behaviors, they've essentially declared you irreplaceable. Compliment 1. The deliberate slow blink, a declaration of safety. Consider what it means for a predator to voluntarily surrender their vision. Cats evolved as both hunters and prey, maintaining constant vigilance even during rest. Their survival depends on environmental awareness, on detecting the slightest movement or sound that might signal danger. When your cat gazes at you and deliberately closes their eyes in a prolonged, unhurried blink, something profound is happening. They're essentially saying they feel completely secure in your presence, secure enough to temporarily abandon their primary defensive sense. This momentary blindness represents tremendous vulnerability. Try reciprocating with your own slow blink. You might initiate a wordless dialogue that transcends typical human-animal interaction, a mutual acknowledgement of safety and trust. Compliment 2, the question mark tail, reactivating kitten recognition. Watch closely when your cat approaches with their tail held vertically, that distinctive hook curving at the tip. Most observers interpret this as simple excitement or happiness, but the gesture carries deeper significance. This exact posture appears when kittens greet their mothers, a remnant behavior that signals recognition of family bonds and complete trust. When your adult cat displays this tail configuration while approaching you, they're unconsciously reverting to that primal recognition pattern. You're not being acknowledged as just another creature in their environment, you're being recognized as family, as someone who occupies the same trusted category as the parent who once represented their entire world. The tail becomes a banner announcing their comfort and acceptance. Compliment 3, forward-angled whiskers, an open door. Feline whiskers function as sophisticated mood indicators and sensory tools. When drawn backward, they signal discomfort, weariness, or irritation. But observe what happens when those whiskers shift forward, gently spreading in a relaxed fan pattern. This configuration represents an open invitation, a signal that your cat feels curious and receptive to interaction. In nature, approaching with an exposed, unguarded face carries inherent risk. Predators protect their faces instinctively. When your cat deliberately orients their most sensitive facial features toward you with relaxed whiskers, they're demonstrating remarkable confidence in your presence. This is the feline equivalent of lowering one's guard, of saying that proximity to you feels safe rather than threatening. Compliment 4, the exposed back, surrendering defensive position. In tactical terms, turning one's back represents maximum vulnerability. It eliminates visual awareness of threats, exposes vital organs, and removes the possibility of quick defensive response. Wild cats maintain careful positioning, never fully exposing their backs to potential dangers. So when your cat settles near you, then calmly turns to face away, showing you their entire back, they're making an extraordinary statement about their perception of you. This isn't indifference or dismissal, quite the opposite. They're demonstrating that your presence creates such profound safety that traditional defensive positioning becomes unnecessary. Imagine a warrior deliberately setting aside their weapons and turning their back to someone. That's the magnitude of trust your cat is displaying. Compliment 5, cheek marking, chemical claims of belonging. When your cat presses their face against you, rubbing their cheeks along your hand, leg, or body, they're engaging in scent marking behavior. Specialized glands in their cheeks release pheromones, chemical signatures invisible to humans but profoundly meaningful in feline communication. These are the same scent markers cats deposit on furniture, doorways, and locations they consider safe and important. By marking you, they're incorporating you into their scent landscape, essentially declaring that you belong to their inner circle. This isn't about possession in any controlling sense. It's about connection, about wanting you close, about recognizing you as part of their trusted territory. Cats never scent mark strangers or threats. This behavior appears only when deep trust has been established. Compliment 6, the gentle headbutt, recognition between equals. That soft bump of your cat's head against your hand, leg, or face, often called bunting, carries social significance that extends beyond simple affection. In feline social structures, this gesture appears between equals, between allies and companions. It's not a subordinate greeting or a dismissive gesture. When your cat headbutts you, they're acknowledging you as a social partner, someone who exists on their level rather than above or below it. The intensity varies. Some cats offer delicate taps while others deliver firm bumps that feel almost aggressive in their enthusiasm. Regardless of strength, the message remains consistent. You've been granted membership in their social circle, recognized as worthy of this respectful greeting typically reserved for those they consider true companions. Compliment 7, the whisper purr, frequencies of contentment. Not every purr communicates the same message. Loud, insistent purring often serves as manipulation, a learned behavior cats use to solicit food or attention from humans. But pay attention to the other kind, the barely audible, low-frequency vibration you feel more than hear when your cat rests against you. This quiet purr operates on a different level entirely. Research suggests these specific frequencies may actually promote healing, helping cats repair tissue and bone. When your cat produces this gentle vibration in your presence, they're not requesting anything or trying to influence your behavior. They're simply existing in a state of complete comfort, sharing that peaceful frequency with you. It's the sound of a cat who feels safe enough to enter a restorative state while remaining close to you. Compliment 8, chest sleeping, seeking your rhythm. Cats are drawn to warm, comfortable resting spots, so lap sleeping makes practical sense. But when a cat specifically chooses to sleep on your chest, positioning themselves directly over your heart, something more significant is occurring. They're orienting themselves toward your heartbeat, that steady rhythm of your breathing and pulse. These sounds and vibrations mirror what they experienced as tiny kittens, pressed against their mother's body, surrounded by warmth and the reassuring evidence of life continuing around them. By choosing your chest, your cat is essentially returning to that primal sense of security. You've become their source of calm, their living sanctuary. Your body's rhythms create the same sense of safety they associate with their earliest, most protected moments. Compliment 9, the belly display, ultimate physical vulnerability. Here's where misunderstanding frequently leads to scratched hands. When a cat rolls over and exposes their belly, most people interpret this as an invitation to rub that soft fur. Then confusion follows when the cat immediately responds with teeth or claws. The truth is more nuanced. A belly display isn't necessarily a request for touch, it's a demonstration of trust. That vulnerable underside protects critical organs, making it the body part cats guard most carefully. When your cat voluntarily exposes this area in your presence, they're making a statement about how safe they feel. They're showing you they harbor no fear. If your cat not only displays their belly but actually allows gentle touch there without defensive response, you've achieved something remarkable, a level of trust that transcends typical cat-human relationships. Compliment 10, grooming you, the sacred ritual of care. Allogrooming, mutual grooming between cats, serves multiple purposes: hygiene, bonding, scent sharing, and social cohesion. Cats groom family members and close companions, those they consider part of their core social group. When your cat begins licking your fingers, your hair, or even your clothing, they're not exhibiting random quirky behavior. They're assuming responsibility for your care, treating you as they would treat their own family. This represents a profound shift in how they perceive your relationship. You're no longer simply a provider or even a friend, you've become someone they feel compelled to care for, someone whose well-being matters to them. This grooming behavior isn't casual. It's ritualistic, a silent commitment that says you've crossed from being their human to being part of their family in the deepest sense they understand. What makes feline affection so unique is its fundamental nature. Cats don't demonstrate loyalty through obedience or eagerness to please. They don't perform to earn approval or follow commands to show devotion. Instead, they communicate through vulnerability, through proximity, through the surrender of defensive behaviors that keep them safe in an unpredictable world. Every slow blink, every tail curve, every soft purr and gentle headbutt translates to something far deeper than verbal language could express. These gestures say, "You represent safety to me. I've selected you. Stay near." Now that you understand these subtle communications, you'll begin noticing behaviors that previously went unrecognized. Your cat may have been sending these messages all along, patiently waiting for you to learn their language. And these 10 compliments only scratch the surface of feline emotional complexity. Some cats express devotion through protective instincts, positioning themselves between you and strangers, monitoring doorways, maintaining vigilant watch over sleeping humans. What triggers this guardian behavior? Why would an animal typically characterized as self-interested put themselves at potential risk for a human's sake? That protective impulse reveals even more about the depth of connection cats can form, showing that their devotion extends beyond passive trust into active care.